And we are back here at the EBA Top 40 workout. Marcus Burnett joined by J.L. Hemingway. As we see the first points of this particular game already scored there by number 288. That's Olivia Nunn. This is game 2 here in the upper class division on the girls' side of things at the EBA Top 40 workout, the spring version. As I mentioned, J.L. Hemingway joining me on the mic as we continue the action. Here at the free throw line is number 127, Kathleen Wilson.
Marcus, as always, it's a pleasure to be on the microphone here with you today. This is such a great opportunity for these young ladies to get in here, get some work, and also compete against some very good talent heading into the travel season.
Talent, we've had plenty of that here on site today. Each game has been one to watch. While I'm calling this one, I just saw an incredible double move there taking place on the far court. We've got multiple courts going. Skills and drill sessions have been led by Adrian Penland of Adrian Penland Basketball, and we've just had a great day of hoops here. As I believe that one was scored there by number 125, Caitlin Carter.
Good floater there down the lane by Carter. Got a number of new prospects here on the floor that we'll keep our eyes on, but several recognizable faces. In particular, number 90 there in white, that's Raya Cotton, a local kid. Has played several PeachStateBasketball.com tournaments over the years. Glad to see her back out here today.
Neither team has been afraid to send the other to the foul line here so far early on in this one. No freebies coming on the inside. Tough shot, missed initially, but the rebound and the pieces picked up by number 121. That's Erica Tisdale out of Columbia, South Carolina.
South Carolina is deep in here this weekend.
They are. Nice pass there, initial bobble. Shots up, no good. Rebound brought out of there by Nia Sumter from, I'll let you guess which state Sumter's from.
South Carolina.
Most definitely the Myrtle Beach locale. And here we're going to have another trip to the free throw line here. This time it will be number 113, Justice G, out of Timminsville, South Carolina. Good on the free throw. So an 8-4 ball game here early on. They feed the post. Tough shot on the inside. Wouldn't stay down there, but not a bad move there by Sumter. Speak of that, the ability to score on the interior. Great game prior to this one by Kiana Adderton. If you missed it, you can definitely go back and check out the archive if she worked out on the block there in that game. Without a doubt.
I just spoke to her high school coach just a moment ago. Her and Keosha Walker are actually teammates. And they both had outstanding games. Another floater there by number 125 in the black, Caitlin Carter out of Hueytown, Alabama.
She's not new to it. She's true to it as far as that floater is concerned. She knocks down another one. Ball still loose. A little bit of a lid on the rim there, but that possession, that shot wouldn't fall for Hannah Hodges. Comes team 40 the other way. 3 from the top of the key. No good. Rebound by Hodges. Deja Cousins brings it back out. Ball stolen away, brought the other way by 96. And finish coast to coast. That's Kaylee Raby out of Hudson, North Carolina. So we're squared at 8. Cousins off the mark, but off the mark for a reason. She'll go to the free throw line for the 1-for-2 opportunity as we have substitutions on both sides. coming in for Team 4, number 115, Anika Simpson. Number 74, Brianna Dixon. Number 125, Caitlin Carter also out there. Number 112, Jalen Lack. And last but not least, number 289, Hope Forrester in the game as well for Team 4. On the Team 3 side of things, you've got number 90, Raya Cotton still in the game. Number 288, Olivia Nunn also in. Number 216 grabbing that rebound, Carly Bearden, no stranger to the EBA circuit. And number 92, Sienna Hicks.
Yeah, one player that we're going to keep our eye on here in this matchup here. She just grabbed that rebound, number 74. Brianna Dixon, excuse me, from Duluth High School. As you can see, great size, a lot of versatility. Not really sure what her specialty is going to be, you know, at the next level, but she can handle the ball, and as you can see, very talented athlete.
You've seen multiple floaters this game from Caitlin Carter here. She's going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Also in the game, your number 86, 14-3, India Banks.
Banks, high school teammate and club teammate of Dixon, Duluth High School and EOTO. Banks, one of the more talented wing prospects in the region. Lefty, strong, shoot it, finish it at the basket. A number of schools have already been, you know, asking on Banks thus far.
That hook just short. Carter coming the other way. Now she'll get it over to Simpson. Simpson tries to get that one inside. Is going to be poked away by Raya Cotton, and brought the other way by Banks.
Banks couldn't get that left-handed layup to fall, but you saw the strong in and out move right there to create the space. That's what she is so good at doing.
Bearden inbounds it, and that shot off the mark there by Nunn. We see Erica Tisdale there, number 121. Attends Ridgeview High School. State runner-up there this past year.
Like the unselfishness that we're seeing from the white team, but maybe a little bit too much unselfishness as it leads to a turnover.
Yeah, correction on that Ridgeview High School. No, they were the runner-up in the Dorman Classic, the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic there over the break. Another archive we had on SUVtv.
Nice.
State tournament-wise. Not sure where South Carolina is with that. I've been so consumed with the Georgia side of things. Speaking of Georgia, number 216, Carly Bearden, knocking down a shot Hemi. That honestly is no surprise here on our end.
Yeah, Bearden, sharpshooter from downtown, and what I've liked thus far when it comes to Bearden, as we see the versatility of her skill set. You saw her posting up on one end, and now hitting that open three, so she can do a number of different things on the court.
It's a 5-point game here. Kathleen Wilson kicks it back out. Here's Tisdale, back to Wilson. Wilson contested three. It's off the mark. Cotton with the rebound throughout the traffic.
Over and back right there. It'll send it back to the black team here. But that was pretty good offensive action the time before. He got the drive and the fill behind. Got the open shot, just didn't fall.
That one's just short, pulled out of there by Justice G. Here's Banks, nice looking pull up there. It's off the mark, follows her shot, and gets a trip to the free throw line as a result.
Banks has done a lot of nice stuff here today. The shots just aren't falling. But once she gets tuned in, you can see that she can put up a lot of points. Yeah, that free throw came out a little flat. She'll need to tune that up here at in between sessions, in between games.
That was a daylight savings time free throw.
Yeah.
She's getting it loose there as she gets the three-pointer to go. And it's by a lefty, so it always looks a little bit better. Right back at you, representing for the righties, number 127, Kathleen Wilson splashes that three through. Back-to-back threes for the game here. Pass ahead to Banks. Banks trying to reverse, and she's fouled on the attempt. Banks missing the free throw. Now Wilson has it. Banks looking to try to wreak some havoc there. They are able to get it across the timeline. Wide open three-pointer for Tisdale is too strong. Banks still able to keep that one in bounds. Cotton with the floater, floats it up. A little bit too much air under that one. It's going to go back over to Team 4. Tisdale kicks it to the corner. At mid-range off the mark. Rebound pulled out of there by Deja Cousins. Banks. A little bit of left to right, right to left along the baseline. Drops the pass off. Has no hesitation in going to the deck to get that one. Subs come 14. Number Olivia Nunn. Got 213. Hannah Hodges checking back in and trying to go to work inside. It's blocked. But picking up the pieces and scoring is Olivia Nunn.
Out of North Carolina. Here.
Line.
Front.
All these always, but success that he's had this year. Speed.
Because another be always have to be in court to for free to be
gets it to number TO Pro.
Yeah. They sure another one. He's got it rolling.
Definitely being halftime. Joining us here on Mike, I'm Chris with me. Chris, the play different half of this one. Clock rolling.
Yeah, sorry. I was making sure we were doing everything correct on the clock. Saw a lot of players that stood out. Carly Bearden played well to me in the first half. I was actually spending some time on the other end. Brianna Locke out of Georgia was playing really well on the other court that you'll see in the background of the broadcast.
We talked about EOTO in the first half, two members representing there. As we see Team 4 with it, they work it inside. Another move, Hope Forrester getting the bucket to go. You touched on it in our earlier broadcast, Watkins. A lot of these events, some of the bigs don't like to play in it because it can often be, very guard heavy and up and down. But this one has been one where everybody's been able to eat from the guard position as well as the post being fed.
Guards are doing a really good job making sure they keep those post players involved. And, that's what the best guards do. You want to keep them happy. They're the ones that's going to make sure they set a good screen when you need to, whether it's a down screen or a ball screen. And they're the ones that create those opportunities for you because they're the ones that are getting most of the rebounds. They're going to get on the offensive glass. They're going to secure the defensive rebounds so you as a guard can get out and run.
Stasia Cousins knocks down that free throw, creating an opportunity for herself there. It's Caitlin Carter. Carter out of Hueytown, Alabama. Ramsey High School. Hope Forrester got the offensive rebound there. Couldn't get the layup to go, and it'll come the other way with Team 3. Justice G gets it to Raya Cotton. Cotton puts her head down, goes straight to the rack, and gets it to go off the glass. Long rebound, right to Cotton. Been very active rebounding on both ends. I get a reach-in foul there, does Carter.
You mentioned the rebound. I really like the defensive tenacity I've seen just during this first 3 minutes of this half. Especially this black team, looks like they're really trying to sit down and guard.
Yeah, it was like that from the very tip. As we had about 5 free throw opportunities within, I'd say, probably the first minute 30 of the game. No freebies on the inside. It wasn't that a lackadaisical defensive effort that you can see at some camps. Not really at EBA. But you can definitely appreciate the fact that nobody's giving up anything easy on either end. Creeping along the back door, but great recovery there. Must have got her with the body. Did Hannah Hodges look like she was clean up top.
Our managing editor of ProspectsNation.com, Chris Hansen, sent out a tweet yesterday about players at events like this. You do yourself a disservice and the other players if you're not trying to guard defensively because you don't really get a lot out of just watching transition layups.
Yeah. That's a great point. Don't want to water down the product or the exposure opportunities. Here in the white jersey. Was it Watkins for you, man?
I did.
I know you could. Good old Kevin Garnett prior to going up to Farragut and attending that Chicagoland area school. He and Ronnie Fields. He came out of Malden High School there in South Carolina.
Learn something new every day.
Most definitely, man. KG coming back home to Minnesota. Thought it was kind of funny that Austin Rivers kind of walked through him a couple weeks ago, given his experience with the Celtics and kind of seeing Austin come up as essentially a ball boy there. Now he's playing against him in the league.
Kevin Garnett, if I'm not mistaken, he is the highest paid player ever to play in the NBA.
Didn't know that.
Yep. He's made more money than any other player in NBA history.
Not a bad stat line to be a part of. That was Hannah Hodges scoring on that last bucket. Tough three-pointer taken there. It's off the mark. Ball poked to Hodges. Hodges gets it over to India Banks. Have been very impressed by Banks here in this game. Not only using a bevy of moves, has some good wiggle, but also has great size. She loves to use and going to the rack. That southpaw jumper has been impressive as well. I get called for the kickball there.
Yeah, Banks, high school, 2000. This back to coach when they made 6 or 7 years.
Good stuff, you know. That might not be Georgia, and they had some very programs. And on both sides.
That's the thing. Even if the team is going to go for what you do now.
It's working to kind of Hicks. She deserves to turn. Sure that have a batch of substance coming in. One Jalen Lack, number 15. Number 127, Kathleen Wilson, also checking back in. Getting the step and getting fouled there is Lack. On the team 3 side of things, still out there, India Banks. Number 90, Raya Cotton. Number 113, Justice G. Number 119, Deja Cousins. And last but not least, Olivia Nunn, who started off the game with the first points of the contest. Trying to get another 2 here, leaves that one just short. All over that one was Banks. Good anticipation, trying to finish the layup drill on the other end, and she does. Looking forward to seeing more of Banks with EOTO here as we as this spring/summer season gets going over the course of the next month or so.
EOTO program has just been, adding another piece here, another piece there, each year for the last 2 or 3 years, and a couple years ago, they were just hoping to compete. Now they step into every game in our tournaments, and sometimes, they're the favorites against really good teams now.
Yeah. Good touch on the jumper there by Olivia Nunn there along the baseline. But yeah, couldn't agree with you more, Chris. It's gotten to the point to where, we have our championship Sunday broadcast for a lot of those PSB tournaments, and more you're seeing, when you look at the Final Four teams and the end part of those brackets, you're seeing EOTO become more of a fixture there. That pass left just behind Cotton, so it goes out of bounds. And it will go back over to team 4. 13-point deficit as we approach the 5-minute mark, just under it. Three-pointer on the way. That's off the mark just to the left. Banks saves it and bounce to G. G gonna go throw it the length of the court. Team 3 able to keep it in bounds.
That's a ball. Even saw Sports Center when you players on your team slide.
Be a very tight line to try to crawl along, especially when it's defended effectively. But it's a difference between cutting it off and giving the ball handler nowhere to go and then leaving enough room. We've seen some guys really do a great job of tight roping it. I think one of my favorite bases was that move Michael Jordan made against the Knicks, where he kind of, he probed it with the left, act like he was going to turn back around, and then spun and dunked on Patrick Ewing for what seemed like the umpteenth time. Sorry for any Knicks fans out there. I was on the Bulls side of that rivalry coming up. And again, I'm sure the Knicks are saying, man, we got bigger fish to fry than worrying about the Ewing days. We're trying to.
They got worried about their team.
Yeah, we're trying to get 20 wins here this season.
That ain't happening. How many wins they got right now? 14?
I didn't know it was 14. I thought it was still at 10. I stopped paying attention, man. Sorry, Nick. You got Phil Jackson in town, so, it's the glass is half full moving forward the next couple years. Meanwhile, we've got plenty of great basketball here at EBA Top 40. We appreciate you joining us here as G off the mark there on that free throw rebound. Brought in by Brianna Dixon. Dixon, another representative of that Duluth basketball program. Shots off the mark. Rebound there by Hodges. Here's G. Mid-range jumper for Cotton. That one's way too strong. Bearden leaves it just short. Hodges able to keep it in bounds. And Cotton wrestles it away. Wide open in the corner. That's a good shot for Bearden. She knocks it down. It's just off, and Hemming was on the mic earlier, and he touched on it. Bearden can shoot the three-pointer, but it's more than her ability just to, shoot from the outside.
She's a great rebounder for her size, at her position. She'll have, I remember at her EBA All-American camp, she didn't necessarily shoot the ball as good as she normally does, but she got so many offensive rebounds and kept the game alive. Actually won a game with an offensive rebound putback.
With the way she rebounds, as we see the nice move and the finish on the other end by Sienna Hicks out of Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville High School to be exact, but with the way Bearden moves, number 216 there in the white jersey, and the way she rebounds, also the type of player that she's asked to defend throughout the course of a game, really puts you in the mindset of a Caitlin Duncan as far as what she's able to do. Duncan, no stranger to Prospects Nation TV either, the Furman commit. Often a player that for the Georgia Hoop Stars would guard a lot of players that were probably quicker and often a lot of times larger, but it was her positioning and ability to rebound that really had her play that role for that squad. That free throw off the mark, long rebound brought in, but Bearden gets a hand on it and comes away with the steal. We approach final 10 seconds this half. Cotton gonna step in for the 2. So that's gonna do it there for the first half. We'll be back shortly.
It's only halftime?
Yeah, I could have sworn. I wasn't sure.
There's no way. It's halftime. It's got to be game. It's game.
Lisa, was
That's
that
game.
first or the second half?
It's
Oh,
game.
that was game. Okay.
Yeah, because if that we're an hour we're an hour behind. That's a miss. Nah, that's game.
And ladies and gentlemen, my apologies on that one. The games are just running together at this point. We've had a lot of good basketball. That was actually the conclusion of that particular camp game. Stick with us. We'll have 2 more left here at the EBA Top 40 World Cup.